Hello. In this first segment, I'm going to talk just about my schedule that I have at the middle school. It's nearing the end of the first quarter for me, and here in a couple of weeks we're going to start second quarter, and it's in second quarter that we start seeing the sixth graders as a full band. We haven't done that yet, and I'm going to explain a little bit more about that in another video and what we've been doing up to this point. But for now, I just want to talk about the schedule. We are a true middle school, and that has to do with some of the class offerings that they have and the fact that they have advisories that they go to. And there is an advisory curriculum that some of the teachers adhere to. And we have 6th, 7th, and 8th grade at this school. There's about 450 students total. And of those, this year is a low year. We've got about 116 in band. We've had as many as 160 before, and that just fluctuates from year to year. But we're on a block schedule, and that means that each student has 4 main blocks that they go to that are about an hour and 20 minutes each. So they're going to go to 3 core subjects, and then one of the blocks is what we call rotation. Now, we have orange and black days. That's our school colors. So on one of those days, either orange or black, a student will go to PE for an hour and 20 minutes. And then on the other day, they'll go to another rotation class for 9 weeks, and that'll be art or computers, government, careers is another one. So they're always going to have PE every other day for an hour and 20 minutes. I see the kids for sectionals during that PE time. And the school allows me to schedule the kids into what PE class, the orange PE or the black PE. And I do that according to instrument. I'll put the flutes and saxophones and trumpets in orange, and I put the clarinets and low brass, low instruments and percussion in black day PE. And then I pull them out for sectionals from PE. There's also 3 lunch periods during the day. There's one for 6th grade, one for 7th grade, and one for 8th grade. And there is an advisory period during the day for each student. Now the advisory period is 30 minutes long, and the kids go to their advisory teacher, or they go to music. They'll go to band or choir, and we share kids. There's also one other strange period during the day, and it's right at the very beginning of the day. It's 40 minutes, and it's called X block. Now on X block, the kids get to choose where they're going to go for 9 weeks. They sign up for a class, and different teachers teach basically whatever they want. There's a walking club, there's an art club, history club, homework, study hall rooms, puzzles, stuff like that. And the kids choose what they want. I can pull out anybody that I want during that time, any day that I want. So that's kind of a free period for me, 30 minutes a day, 40 minutes a day, where I can just pull out anybody that I want in any groups. Sometimes during the year I do small sectionals. Usually I do beginners at that time. Sometimes I'll combine some of the beginners that are advanced with some of the 7th and 8th graders who aren't so advanced, so that they kind of meet in the middle. And sometimes I'll just take out an entire band. And all I got to do is tell the teachers ahead of time, and I pull those kids out. So I'm going to turn the camera around, and I'm going to show you a picture of the schedule. All right, here's kind of the master schedule for our block scheduling here. Got the times down in 15-minute increments on the side. And all of these gray areas are areas that I'm not allowed to pull kids out. The X block that I talked about is in yellow right here. We've got 6th grade, 7th grade, and 8th grade. And then I'm going to talk about my schedule, how it all combines here at the end. So like I said, for the yellow time, the X block time, I can pull out whoever I want, whenever I want. And then this is 8th grade rotation time. So half the days the kids will be going to PE, and the other half will be going to their other rotation class. So that's my sectionals. 7th grade has it 4th block. 6th grade, there's a little bit of an overlap here. They have it 3rd block. That's when they're going to PE. The purple is their lunch. So I combine the band kids all into one lunch period. It gets a little messy for the people that are doing lunch, because I've got 7th graders mixed in with 8th graders, but that's just what we do. And then the blue places right here are my ensembles. A full 7th and 8th grade band. That's one of the advisory times, whenever 7th and 8th graders either go to advisory or come to music. And then I've got the same thing for 6th grade down here. Now you'll notice that lunch and band are going on at the same time as 6th grade PE, which means I'm not able to pull out 6th graders for the whole PE period, because I have to do a lunch duty right here too. The only way that I was able to see all of the 7th and 8th graders together was if I supervised the 7th graders during lunch in the band room. So I went ahead and did that because I wanted to have the 7th and 8th graders together, and it kind of cuts into my lunchtime a little bit, but that's a sacrifice that I was willing to take just so that I could see these kids together right here. And then I have just a little short time here for the 6th graders for their sectionals. That's why I tend to pull out 6th graders at this time, because I have so little time here for their sectionals compared to, right here, compared to 7th and 8th grade. So when you combine all this together, here's what my schedule looks like. I've got a before school band, it meets from 7 to 7:45. It's my honor 7th and 8th graders. Then before school, from 7:45 to 8:10, anybody who wants to come to the band room can. I get mainly 6th and 7th graders in there, and they'll just come and play, and they're all working on their own individual assignments. A lot of them will come and just play their assignments for me during this time, or they'll ask questions. I'll usually get anywhere from 20 to 30 kids in there just playing. And I tell them they can hang out in the band room as long as they're gonna play. If they're not gonna play, they need to go out to the rest of the school area. But a lot of them will come in and they'll play every morning, and that's how they get their hours worth of practice in per week. They're doing it in the morning. So then we have X block where I can pull anybody out that I want. Got my prep for 1 hour and 20 minutes, actually about 1 hour and 30 minutes. And then what I do is I see a sectional during the first half of PE, 8th grade, and I'll see a sectional during the second half of PE, and those end up being about 35 minutes long each. Then I've got full 7th and 8th grade combined band. The kids that are in this honor band are also in this band, so they're getting quite a bit of band every day if they're in the honor band. And that's also choir time. Choir is going to meet on Tuesdays and Thursdays. If you're not in choir, you're going to come to band, but then it meets every day. I have to supervise lunch right there in the band room with the 7th graders. Then I've got my 6th grade sectionals, which is a really, really short time period to see them. Got a lunch, and after that I've got 6th grade band, which I mentioned at the beginning of this video. 6th grade doesn't start band until October, till 2nd quarter. And that's actually coming up in a couple of weeks, and I'll show you that process once that starts to happen. But for now, for the first 9 weeks, I'm using that time as a pullout. I can pull out any of those 6th graders from advisory, and I have them for sectionals at that time. So basically the 6th graders are getting X block sectionals, they're getting the PE sectionals, and they're also getting this advisory band time sectionals during the first 9 weeks. After that I have 7th grade sectionals, and again those are about 35 to 40 minutes each for the 4th block, and that takes us up to 3:05. After school, it's not on the list here, but I also teach every day from 3:15 to 5:30 or 5:45, and those lessons are free to the kids. I schedule about 20 or 30 kids in. I do have help that comes in and helps me at that time to take some of those sectionals, but I'll get kids in for practicing for district contests for that, some of the 7th and 8th graders, and I also have a lot of 6th grade beginners coming in at that time and practicing after school. So as you can see, my schedule's pretty awesome actually. It's we got our honor band for quite an extended period of time, 45 minutes, and then full band for a half an hour for 7th and 8th graders, full band for a half an hour for 6th graders every day, and then I'm just doing sectionals the rest of my day with one of them that I can just take whoever I want.